Alright, this is my first video. I'm going to show you how to change your trigger spring, your trigger blade and trigger weight spring. So first of all, you got your trigger here. You need to take out the E-clip so you can take off the trigger blade pin. It's relatively easy. Snap off the E-clip like so. You can use your fingernail and then slide out the trigger blade pin like that. Now make sure you don't drop the ball bearing or the spring that's inside the blade itself. Try not to lose it. And then to get the bottom lever, that's the bottom lever, out of the body, you'll need to whack out that dowel pin there. And we do this by using a slave pin and a hammer. So you get that. Try not to whack it all the way through, so it's easier to put it back on when you've done your spring change. And still whack a bit more out of there. Don't have to be too rough, gentle taps will do. Once that's done, that should easily come off. Haven't quite got it. It's a bit more difficult doing it when the camera's playing. There we go. And that will come right off like that. Easy. Now, there's 2 ball bearings and a spring with this. So once you've done that, you are now ready to change your spring. Now that tension pin there is for that middle lever. So once you've fired, it will push back and reset. Without that tension pin, it will not work. You see it going back and forward in that little hole there? So do not remove that. Now, then you get your new spring for the weight and your 2 ball bearings. Put 1 ball bearing in first, put it in that hole there. Just drop it in, easy. Put your spring in there. Another ball bearing. Now place your bottom lever on top. Then once you've placed it in there, you'll just need to get a guide pin of similar size and push it in. So now you've got your guide pin set in there, and you can just hammer that back in and it'll go nicely through the hole. Like so. Then you get your trigger blade, put the spring in for the trigger blade, no ball bearing beforehand needed, and then the ball bearing on top. You set that so there's 2 holes in front of the trigger blade, like so. Line it up with the hole. Once you've lined it up with the hole, put the trigger blade pin back in. Then E-clip. And that's your spring change done.